Life is short, 6 steps to get your shit together. Life moves in seasons, and each one feels different, bringing with it a mix of new possibilities and the quiet death of things that we once loved. I used to think everything would last forever. That as long as I was on the planet, my relationships, goals, and passions would remain constant. But now, as I move through my 30s, I can see it more clearly. Each season doesn't just open new doors, it closes other ones. That's the bittersweet part of growth. We learn, we change, and we leave behind parts of ourselves to make room for the next. Growing up, life felt timeless. My days were filled with outdoor adventures, climbing trees, playing sports, and letting my imagination run wild. The only thing that made time move fast was when my mum would call me in for dinner or homework. I wanted to hang on to that freedom forever, but eventually school got serious and I had to trade endless play for responsibilities. Adolescence hit and suddenly it wasn't enough to just play. I had to prove myself. I wasn't great at communication, but I excelled in sport and that became my identity. It worked for a while, but as I grew older, I realized being good at sport wasn't enough. It didn't solve the deeper problems like connecting with people or building real relationships. Moving to Brisbane for my relationship with Amy forced me to mature fast. It was time to step up, cut out distractions, and become the man that I wanted to be for her. In my early 20s, I tried everything to figure out what I wanted to do. I felt lost, signing up for university just to impress others, chasing paths that weren't mine. But when I founded the Man That Can Project, everything clicked. Coaching men through their struggles helped me solve my own, and for the first time, I felt like I was on my path. But the pressure didn't disappear. It shifted. Now it was about making this business work, learning everything from sales to marketing because my livelihood depended on it. My first sold out workshop in 2020 was a turning point. I realized that what I was building wasn't just a business, but it was my life's work. And then there's marriage, the most important season of my life so far. It hasn't always been easy, especially now living abroad, taking financial hits, and navigating life's uncertainties. And today is actually our 3-year wedding anniversary, which time flies. But Amy and I are committed to chasing our dreams together. We support each other through the highs and lows because we know that what we're building now will shape our future as a family. Life is short and the seasons pass quickly. You can't control how fast they come or go, but you can make sure you're ready for each one. So here are 6 steps that I took to get my shit together and live the life that I want regardless of the season that I'm in. Now, these aren't in any specific order, but number 1, embrace discomfort and make it a habit. The most important lessons come from discomfort, whether it was starting my network marketing career without any sales experience or running 2 marathons in 2 days, not knowing whether my body would be able to push through it or how I was going to feel or how sore I was going to feel. Discomfort has always been a catalyst for growth for me and so many other people. I realized that discomfort is temporary, but the benefits are lasting. And the cool thing about this is you can choose to be uncomfortable in all areas of your life. It doesn't just have to be physically. So when you're thinking about an area that you need to grow or stretch yourself in, think about what is the uncomfortable thing that you're avoiding. There's a great quote that I've heard, use fear as your compass. So if you're fearing something and it's not going to harm you or harm others, and it has the potential to improve your life or grow you as an individual, walk towards that. That is what you need to be doing, because in that discomfort, you can start moving through the low self-esteem or the fear and all the things that are holding you back, because on the other side, that is the results that you want. But more importantly, it's going to grow you into the individual that you need to be to make that your new standard, your new benchmark. So make sure you find a way to embrace the discomfort. So an actionable step is choose it regularly, whether it's physical, emotional, professional. Start by setting a goal that scares you. Simplify the process in your mind and focus on the outcome, because everything else is just noise. Number 2, push through the wall even when you want to quit. This is a big one. When I started in network marketing, I didn't have the option to quit because I borrowed the money from my mum to get it sorted, and I'd started telling people that I was going to crush it. So I'd put my reputation on the line. I was using my parents' money. And so had I quit, I guess you could say I could quit, but I would have had to deal with the other side of that. But had I quit, I would have gone weeping back with my tail between my legs, and I would have had to find a way to make $600, which at the time was probably very close to my weekly wage. So I didn't know how to meet new people, which is a big part of building a sales business. And it was uncomfortable for me being an introverted. I really struggled to communicate with people, and I definitely struggled to meet new people and try them to, at the time, I was looking for them to buy my product, when what I later learned was that I was just trying to provide a solution for the right people. But the thought of failure scared me more than the discomfort. So pushing through opened up opportunities that I never imagined. And now those skills fuel my business. So learning to communicate through Uber, catching public transport to meet new people, going to meetups on meetup.com were great ways to put myself in an uncomfortable zone, but really expanded my network to what I have today. So an actionable step: when you're tempted to quit, ask yourself, what's worse, temporary discomfort or long-term regret? Focus on the next step, not the whole journey, and keep moving forward. Number 3, own your authenticity. In 2022, I stopped trying to fit into people's definition of success. And that's not too long ago, right? I realized that I'm a performance coach who loves fitness, and that's okay. So living for yourself doesn't mean you're selfish. It means that you're showing up for the best version of yourself for others. So I would constantly feel like I either had to be a fitness coach or a personal trainer or a life coach. I didn't really think they could mix. And because I was following certain accounts on social media, and when you do your training, you're only learning about one, I thought you couldn't do one without the other. But what I realized was you can build this hybrid model essentially, or this blend, because both of them are equally as important in helping people live a better life. Because I know for myself, when I'm healthier and fitter, I'm definitely happier. And when I'm happier mentally and I have purpose and goals, it helps me want to stay healthy and fit as well. So an actionable step there: take time to reflect on what you truly want, not just what you think you should want, right? So stop chasing other people's expectations and make decisions that light you up. The people who matter will support you, and those who won't will disappear. So that's one of the key ones. We talk a lot about that in the Life Design Blueprint, which the waitlist is now open, and it's kicking off on Tuesday, the 12th of November. So number 4, don't overthink your decisions. Take action. When I make decisions, I don't overthink them. I believe in trying new things, learning from failures, and creating experiences that will one day become stories worth telling. So whether it was moving to the US, launching my own business, the worst thing you can do is nothing. I've seen people who have spoken about doing great things for years, and in the beginning, when you first hear it from them, you're like, yes, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see that happen. When you check in 12 months later, or whenever you catch up next and no progress has been made, to me, it starts solidifying that this is probably going to be another one of those I could have done that stories for a lot of people. So make sure you start taking action. And an actionable step that you can take is break decision making down into a simple process. When things appear more simple, there's a greater chance that you're going to take action on that. If they're complicated and overwhelming, you're going to probably fart ass procrastinate there. So number 1, identify the decision that you want to make. Number 2, will you enjoy it? Number 3, what skills or value will it bring to your life? Number 4, assess the impact and make a choice. So don't forget that almost everything is changeable except death and taxes. So you can always reverse a decision. So get stuck in on that one. Now, 5, maintain relationships by involving others in your goals. So balancing ambitious goals with relationships isn't easy, but it's possible when both parties buy into each other's success. So my wife Amy and I have supported each other financially, emotionally, and through shared challenges, and we involve each other in our goals. And that keeps us moving forward as a team. So the actionable step here for you guys is communicate regularly with your partner and close friends about what your goals are and what their goals are. Find ways to support each other's success, even if you aren't directly involved. Success is sweetest when it's shared. Now, the 6th and final one is prioritize your health no matter how busy you are. This goes back to what I was talking about a little bit earlier with the fitness training, but building a business or chasing ambitious goals shouldn't mean sacrificing your health. I've made mental and physical fitness non-negotiables in my daily routine, and it's not something that I have to do, it's something I'm grateful to do. And you need to shift the perspective there, because when you view fitness and exercise and eating well as a chore, you start building resentment towards it, and it's going to be harder for you to make it a long-term habit. So without it, everything else falls apart. So the actionable step here is make health a habit, not a choice. Start your day by training your mind and your body so that no matter what the day throws at you, you've already invested in yourself. So during the stressful times, double down on me time and stay grounded and stay strong. So they're my 6 that have helped pull me out of a rut and get me back on track to building the life that I want. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'm very sorry if the audio quality a little bit dodgy. I'm going to do my best in the post edit to make it sound a little bit better. We're on the road and my microphone has broken. It's purely coming through the iPhone now, but the most important part here is when you commit to doing an episode every Monday and Thursday, you get the episode out regardless. So life is short, the seasons pass quickly, and whether you're in a season of growth, struggle, or transition, you can take the steps to take control. These 6 steps help me get my shit together, and I believe they can help you too. If you're ready to take that first step, go to the newsletter there and you'll be able to read the steps that I've written down, or if you took notes while you're listening to this, do that as well. Until next Monday, I'll see you then.